Slate the camera.
Okay. Hi, my name is Sarah Brine, and my number is 38. My first monologue is from the Brighton Beach memoirs, I'm Nora, and it's written by Neil Simon. Oh God. he was so handsome, you know. Always dressed so dapper, and I mean, his shoes always shined. I always thought he should have been a movie star, you know, like Gary Cooper. Only very short. You know, mostly I remember his pockets. You know, when I was 6 or 7, he always brought me home a little surprise. Like a Hershey or a top, and he'd tell me to go get it in his coat pocket. So I would run to the closet and I'd put my hand in, and it felt as big as a tent. Oh, I wanted to crawl in there and go to sleep. Yeah, and there were all these terrific things in there, you know, like juicy fruit gum or spearmint lifesavers and bits of cellophane and a couple pieces of tobacco and movie stubs and nickels and pennies and rubber bands and paper clips and his gray suede gloves that he wore in the wintertime. Yeah. Yeah. Then, yeah, one day, I found his coat in Mom's closet, yeah. And I put my hand in the pocket. And everything was gone. You know, it had been emptied and dry cleaned. And it felt cold. That's when I knew. He was really dead.
Good, Sarah, we're just gonna see that one.
Right here to the camera.
Alex Bethea, AFA for film.
Can you give us your number too?
44.
Am I okay here? No. You good?
I'm good. Can I put this on?
Sure, yeah. You can just set it around or whatever.
Which camera I'm looking into? This one or that one?
This one right here.
This one? Alright. You just start whenever?
Yep.
Alright. I live here too. I ain't scared of you. I was walking by you trying to get in the house because you sitting down drunk singing to yourself. I ain't gotta say excuse me to you. You don't count around here anymore. So why don't you just go and get out my way? Talking about what you did for me. What'd you ever give me? You ain't never done nothing but hold me back, afraid I was gonna be better than you. You used to always try and make me scared of you. I used to tremble every time you called my name. Every time I heard your footsteps in the house. Wondering all the time, what's Pops gonna say if I do this? What's Pops gonna say if I do that? What's Pops gonna say if I turn the radio on? And Mom, she tries, but she's scared of you. I don't know how she stands you after what you did to her. What you gonna do, give me a whooping? You can't whoop me. You're too old, you're just an old man. You crazy, you know that? Crazy talking about I got the devil in me. You're crazy. What you gonna do, kick me out? Huh? Come on. Kick me out, come on. You talk so tough, kick me out. Come on, come on. I ain't scared of you. Come on. That's it.
Great, can you just let everybody know what that was from?
It was from Fences.
Fences.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day.
My name is Trey Porter. I'm number 9. And the first monologue I'll be doing is from The Little Shop of Horrors by Howard Ashman, from the character of Seymour.
Trey, just to let you know, we're probably only going to do one of the two.
Oh, just one of the two?
Yeah.
Can I change it then?
Absolutely.
I'll do the other one.
Absolutely. Of course.
Cross that. Okay, I'll be doing a monologue from the play The Buried Child by Sam Shepard, the character of Vince. You know, I was gonna run last night. Yeah, I was gonna run and keep running. Clear to the Iowa border. I drove all night with the windows open. The old man's $2 flapping around in the seat beside me. It never stopped raining the whole time. It never stopped once. And I could see it myself in the windshield. My face, my eyes. And I studied my face. Studied everything about it as though I was looking at another man. As though I could see his whole race behind him. It was like a mummy's face. I could see him dead and alive at the same time. In the same breath. In the windshield, I watched him breathe as though he was frozen in time, and every breath marked him. Marked him forever without him knowing. And then his face changed. His face became his father's face. Same bones, same eyes, same nose, same breath. And his father's face changed to his grandfather's face. And it went on like that. Changing. Clear on back to faces I'd never seen before, but I still recognized. Still recognized the bones underneath. Same eyes. Same mouth. Same breath. I followed my family clear into Iowa. Every last one. Straight into the Corn Belt and further. Straight back as far as they take me. And then it all dissolved. Everything dissolved. Just like that. And that $2 kept right on flapping on the seat beside me.
Thank you very much.
The floor for sure. My number is 47. I'm gonna do a piece from a play called Pretty Liars. Pretty Thief. Everybody ready? Some people get locked up. Some people never get locked up. If you try to kiss the staff, they will lock you up. It's illegal. Many suits never go to jail. That's because they aren't like me. They aren't born broken. They walk on the surface of the water where everyone else is stuck in traffic. Because they are super untouchables. They have wives, they get married, they have children. Because they are men who are not born broken. They're the people on the TV, in the radio, in the newspaper. Because they can kiss whoever they want. Or even kill. Even kill. They have people lie to help them. Their mothers loved them and told them so. Their mothers had a lot of good things in their body and a lot of money that they passed on. They came from good homes. They were rich and beautiful. And they were friends with all the people you're supposed to be friends with, like doctors. doctors who can fix you. I say that they don't need no fixing. No, not the super untouchables. They have legs like racers or eyes that magnetize. And they're pretty. They're everything like Allegra. I wonder if Allegra is a super untouchable. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Nikki. I'm number 25. I'm doing a monologue from Cruel Intentions, the role of Catherine. To my triumph. Silly rabbit. My triumph wasn't over her. It's over you. You were very much in love with her. And you're still in love with her. But it amused me to make you feel ashamed of it. You gave up on the first person you ever loved just because I threatened your reputation. Don't you get it? You're a toy, Sebastian. A tiny little toy I like to play with. And now you've completely blown it with her. I think it's the saddest thing I ever heard. Cheers. Tastes good, doesn't it? Well, I assume you've come here to make arrangements. But unfortunately, I don't fuck losers.
Yeah, very nice. The character, if you have that information,
Sure.
and when you're ready.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm very thankful to be here. My name is Ivan Michel. I am a second semester AFA acting student here at NYFA. I am bilingual. I speak English and Spanish. I have a Bachelor of Arts in Theater, so I've had a quite acting experience. I'm very thrilled to hopefully work with one of you. My number is 16, and today I am performing a monologue from the play The Glass Menagerie by American playwright Tennessee Williams. And without further ado, I'll start. Thank you.
I didn't go to the moon. I went much further. For time is the longest distance between two places. I followed in Father's footsteps, attempting to find in motion what was lost in space. I was pursued by something that always came upon me unaware, and it took me by surprise every time. Perhaps it was a familiar bit of music, or perhaps it was a piece of transparent glass. And then my sister touches my shoulder, and I look into her eyes. Laura. I've tried so hard to leave you behind me, but I am more faithful than I intended to be. I cross the street, I reach for a cigarette. I go to the movies or to a bar. Anything that will blow your candles out. For now, the world is lit by lightning. Blow out your candles, Laura. And so, goodbye.
Yes, thanks so much, Ivan.
My name is Manny Flores. I'm number 48. My NYFA email is mflores@studentnyfa.edu. And I'm doing The Flophouse by Walter Bluskowski. And it's self-portrayed monologue. Okay. You haven't lived until you've been in a flop house with nothing but one light bulb. 56 men squeezed together in cots and everybody's just snoring at once. And some of those snores so deep, gross, unbelievably dark. Like snotty subhuman breathing from hell itself, your mind almost breaks under these dead-like sounds. And intermingling hard orders, unwashed socks, pissed and shit underwear. And overall, slowly circulating, much like that up an uncovered fucking garbage can. Oh man, those bodies in the dark. Some fat, thin, bent. Some armless, legless, mindless. Worst of all, total absence of your hope. Covers them completely. It's not bearable at all. These men were all fucking children once, dude. All children once. What has happened to them? What has happened to me? To me. It's cold and dark out there. Thank you.
Thanks, man. About it.
Okay. My name is Nolan Nelson. I'm number 50. My piece is Beautiful by Catherine Bertlett. And it doesn't even have a character. Do you hate me? Do you not want me to be your friend? Because I never asked you for any of that. In fact, all I ever did was love you. And personally speaking, I don't consider that a crime. Unless, of course, you would. Because it was always about you. Everything I've done, everything I did, everything I will do, always. And I can't, for the love of God, decide whether I wanted you or who you were. Because all I know is that whatever I wanted with a burning passion. Do you not love me because I'm ugly? Because I know I am. I didn't receive an ounce of beauty. And for that one small, insignificant thing, I don't care. Because I can't help not having innocent eyes or that perfect figure. Just like you can't help being a selfish bitch. You know, you hurt my feelings today. My last one, in fact. You just ripped that motherfucker right out of my chest and curb stomped on it with the 3-inch heels that I bought you. And it's just the way you said it, you know, just on an impulse. And then you forgot about it a second later, but I didn't forget it. I mean, you didn't screw up your sentence or stutter and stumble over a series of syllables. I never give a damn about what people thought about me until you started coming along and changing things. And I'm just as confused as you are. I guess what I'm trying to say is I can't wait for the day that you leave, so I don't have to hear your voice anymore, or look into your beautiful brown eyes, because I'm going to become something far greater than whatever you have thought about me.
Thank you, Noel.
My name is Crystal Dawson, and I will be doing the character of Chloe.
What number?
26. You don't get it. I've been afraid of my father all my life. I spent every waking moment trying to keep him from exploding, and not just believing, but knowing that one day he would kill me. That he would kill us all. My first memory is of when my brother spilled a can of paint down the stairs. My parents were painting the living room, and Ricky thought he was helping, but it was too heavy for him, and he dropped it on the stairs and the paint went flying everywhere. I held my breath. I don't know why I thought that would help. My father put his fist through the wall. I screamed. Ricky and I both started crying, and the whole time he just kept yelling at us to stop crying. I couldn't. And Mom couldn't do anything about it. I was 4. Ricky was 2, and I've been living in that hole in the wall ever since. I can't forgive him. I won't pretend. So go read your footprints in the sand if that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Today my father's going in the grave. Only I don't remember having a father. A father could never do that to his kids.
Thank you.
My name is Crystal Dawson, and I will be doing the character of Chloe.
What number?
26. You don't get it. I've been afraid of my father all my life. I spent every waking moment trying to keep him from exploding, and not just believing, but knowing that one day he would kill me. That he would kill us all. My first memory is of when my brother spilled a can of paint down the stairs. My parents were painting the living room, and Ricky thought he was helping, but it was too heavy for him, and he dropped it on the stairs and the paint went flying everywhere. I held my breath. I don't know why I thought that would help. My father put his fist through the wall. I screamed. Ricky and I both started crying, and the whole time He just kept yelling at us to stop crying. I couldn't. And Mom couldn't do anything about it. I was 4. Ricky was 2, and I've been living in that hole in the wall ever since. I can't forgive him. I won't pretend. So go read your footprints in the sand if that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Today my father's going in the grave. Only I don't remember having a father. A father could never do that to his kids.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brian Herrera. My number is 135. I'm going to do a monologue from Last Menagerie from Tennessee Williams. What do you think I'm at? Really? What do you think I'm at? You think that I'm in love with the Continental Shoemaker? You think that I want to spend 55 years of my life down there in that Celotex interior with fluorescent tubes? Look, I'd rather someone pick a crowbar and batter my brains out and going back there mornings. But I go for $65 a month. I go for $65. I give up all my dreams. And you say self. 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 It's all I ever think of. Well, if self is all I ever thought, Mom, I will be where he is. I will be gone. I'm going to the movies.
Good.
My name is Nikita Deneko. I'm 36 number, and I play Jake from Quiz, She's and Sexy.
Yeah, just drop it in the thing.
Hi, my name is Jay, and I'm a burger addict. The same dream haunts me every night. I dream I'm living in ancient times, part of a lost burger-loving civilization. The cows all have names like Goldie the Yummy, and it's Goldie's turn to be dinner. So I set off to the mystic mountain where bacon trees grow out along flowing streams of mayonnaise. Suddenly, I see 2 stone tablets, and that's when it hits me. I call out to my tribe, "You must cease your worship of burgers! From this day, you shall follow these tablets." I pick them up and scream, "Broccoli! Kale!" Tribesmen look up at me, shocked. Go to mixed run for it, sound parts the cloud. And that's when I wake up. Ever since I've been forced to eat healthy food by my doctor, I can't rid of this dream. I mean, nuts, salads, toffee. It's not the same. Yeah, I look great and I feel great and my heart's not in trouble anymore, blah blah blah, so... Yeah. My name is Jay, and I'm recovering burger addict.
Good, thank you so much.
So my name is Anton Krosavin. My number is 37. And my monologue is from a movie Spring Breakers by James Franco, where I'll be playing like a gangster. So, okay. And I'll prefer silent, giving my mom.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, just quickly. Imagine that this is like a room and like I have guns everywhere and like different weapons and stuff. Just so you get an idea. Alright, this is a fucking dream. This is a fucking American dream, right? This is my fucking dream, y'all. Yeah, that's my fucking dream. All this shit. All this fucking shit. This is my shit, right? I got shorts, every fucking color. I got designer t-shirts. I got golden bullets. Motherfucking vampires, right? Yeah. I got Scarface on repeat. Yeah. Scarface on repeat. Constant, y'all. I got Escape. Calvin Klein Escape. Mix it up with Calvin Klein B. I smell nice, huh? Yeah, I fucking do smell nice. Oh, and this? This ain't a fucking bed. This is a fucking piece of art. That's my fucking spaceship. USS Enterprise on this shit. I fucking go to different planets. Yeah. Me and my fucking Franklins, here, we take off. Take off. Yeah. I mean, look at this shit. This all of my shit. I got a fucking blue Kool-Aid. I got fucking nunchucks. I got shurikens. Different fucking flavors. Yeah. I mean, look at this shit. Look at my fucking shit, huh? Fucking my shit. Yeah. I got fucking says. Look at this shit, huh? Fucking says. Oh, and I also got fucking blades. I got blades, bitch. Yeah. And this shit ain't nothing. I fucking got rooms full of this shit. Fucking rooms full of this shit. Yeah, I got fucking loads of this shit. Oh, and this is my dark tanning oil. You lay out by the pool, put on this dark tan oil, huh? Yeah. Oh, and these are my babies. Fucking machine guns. I got fucking machine guns. Look at this motherfucker, huh? Look at this, huh? Look at this, bitch. A fucking army up in this shit. Yeah. That's it.
Alright, thanks, buddy.
I'm Jay Combs. Today I'll be reciting a monologue from the play Fences by August Williams. And I will be reciting a character's name that I will be reciting the monologue from is Troy.
What number are you?
136. Don't you be worried about me drinking myself to death. Look here, 'cause I ain't worried about death. I done seen them, and I done wrestled with them. Look here, Bono. I looked up one day, and death was marching straight towards me, like soldiers on a parade. And, sorry.
That's alright, you want to take it back to the beginning?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't you be worried about me drinking myself to death. Look here, I done seen death. I done wrestled with him. Look here, Bono. One day I looked up and I seen death marching straight towards me like soldiers on a parade. The armies of death was marching straight at me. And it was the middle of July, 1941. And death was coming straight at me. He reached out and touched me on my shoulder, just like if I was to touch you. And I got real cold. Almost as it be winter. And I looked up and I say, what you want, death? You be coming after me? You be sending your army after me? I looked him dead in the eye and I said, I ain't fearing nothing. I was ready to tangle. Just like I'm ready to tangle now. And then death was just sitting there grinning at me. And then I remember. The Bible said, be vigilant. That's why I only get so drunk. Because I gotta always be on my guard and keep watch.
Good, thanks so much, buddy.
Hi, my name is Sana Lygren, and my number is 15, and I'm performing a monologue from the Blair Witch Project.
Good, and just pull that chair. You want her to scoot the chair up?
Sorry.
Doesn't matter? Okay. And you could just, Sandy, you could just split the paper, unless you want to use it, you could just set that.
I just want to apologize for Mike's mom and Charles's mom and my mom. I'm just sorry to everyone. I was very naive and I was very naive and stupid, and I shouldn't have put other people in danger for something that was all about me and my selfish motives. Because in spite of what Mike is saying now, it is my fault. Because it was my project. It was me who insisted on everything. It was me who insisted we were not lost. It was me who insisted we keep going. It was me who insisted we walk south. Everything has to go my way, and this is where we ended up. And it's completely my fault that we're here. Hungry and cold and hunted. I love you, Mom and Dad, and I'm so sorry. It was never my intention to hurt anyone, and I hope that's clear. I'm so sorry. I'm so scared. I'm scared to close my eyes and I'm scared to open them. I'm gonna die out here. Every night we're just waiting for them to come.
Good, thank you so much.
My name is Anakin Krantz, and I'm doing a monologue from Twin Peaks.
Good, and your number?
67. Sit down. Hi. Sorry I haven't been out to see you since the funeral, but things have been pretty strange. So were you sleeping with this guy Harold or what? He seems pretty nice. Kind of an oddball. Though I guess anyone can start to seem that way if you look close enough. I need to talk to you. You probably already know about me and James, but anyway, after you died, we kind of got together. And this isn't something I feel like I have to explain to you, because you probably knew how we felt before we did. How can you be so smart about things like that? And so stupid about so much else? I'm mad at you. When it was you and me and James, it kind of worked. Now you're gone. And I love James, and it's a mess. Your cousin Maddie's here, and I think there's something going on between the two of them. And I'm afraid I'll end up losing both of you. I wanted so much to be like you. To have your strength and your courage. But look what it did to you. As much as I love you, most of the time, we were trying to solve your problems. And guess what? We still are. Not my problems or James or Maddie's. Yours. And you're gone, but your problems keep hanging around. It's almost like they didn't bury you deep enough. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Anthony.
Hi everybody, my name is Tito. I'm gonna perform for you the monologue of Elliot from Goodbye Girl of Neil Simone.
And the number? Your number?
Number 91.
Good, and I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but you can use the chair if you want to, or you don't need to.
Would you listen very, very carefully to me? Just for once. This may be the last time I'm ever talking to you. Not everyone in this world is after your magnificent body, lady. In the first place, it's not so magnificent. It's fair, but it ain't keeping me up nights, you know. I don't even think you're pretty. Maybe if you smiled once in a while, but I don't want you to do anything against your religion. You're not the only one in this city to be ever dumped on. I'm myself a recent dumpee. I'm a dedicated actor, Paula, you know. I'm dedicated to my art and to my craft. I value what I do. And because of a mental arthritic director, I'm about to perform the second greatest play in the history of English-speaking theater, like a double order of French California fruit salad. When I say nice, I mean nice, you know. Decent, fair. I deserve it because I'm a nice, decent, and fair person. I don't want to jump on your bones. I don't even want to see you in the mornings. But I'll tell you what I like about you, Paula. Lucy. Lucy is worth putting up with you for. So here it is. $20 for the care and feeding of this terrific kid. You get zippity-doodah. You want some money? Borrow it from a 10 years old daughter. Now I'm going to my room to meditate away my hostility towards you. Personally, I don't think it could be done. Thank you.
Great. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Jason, and I am number 35. The script or monologue I'll be presenting for you today is called Gap. I can't remember who the writer was, and my character will be Aaron.
What? What? Whoa. Suspension? No. Expulsion? For what? For what? Homework. Well, in first grade, we didn't get homework. Well, maybe sometimes we had to write in our notebook or draw pictures, but the spelling didn't matter. And my teacher would always write me a nice note, which my parents would read to me since I couldn't read yet. And then it was like, not just my teacher was praising me, but also my mom or dad was saying nice things like, I loved your funny picture of the pumpkin, or whatever. And yeah, sometimes we had to memorize a poem, but either way. Okay, let me, no, I'm not raising my voice. Don't worry about it. It's not that I don't try to do my homework. I come straight home from school. I mean, what else would I do? I don't like extracurricular activities. I don't like hanging out with the guys, and I for sure don't have a girlfriend. So I come home. And I don't watch TV because TV is stupid. I just sit right down at the dining room table, I take out my books, I sharpen my pencil, and I look at the list of things I have to do, and I think to myself, this isn't so bad. What's the big deal? And I think today will be the day when I finish my homework on time. I'll even finish it before my parents get home. And they won't yell at me, and I won't be stressed, and after dinner I'll listen to some, maybe John Coltrane or Santana. And I'll go to bed at 10, and I'll wake up tomorrow rested, and I'll hand in all my homework, and the rest of my life will be cheerful and happy, and all this bullshit will end. And maybe I'll even get a girlfriend. But that's not how things turn out.
Well, hi guys, my name is Sofia Saidi, number 40. I'm gonna do a little piece from a TV show called Pretty Little Liars, and the character's name is Spencer Hastings. I don't know the writer's name though, but yeah. I fell down when I was running in the woods. I fell down and I looked at the ground and I saw my hands and my sleeves and a little dirt on my sleeve and an old acorn, and I said to myself, what if this is the last thing that I'll ever see? I'm okay with that. I've had enough, I'm done. But it wasn't the last thing that I saw. I just kept running. How do you keep going when the worst thing has happened to you? What do you have to change inside to survive? Who do you have to become? I'm sorry. I don't expect you guys to understand. You don't know me.
My name's Gian Gilliam. My number is number 10. And the play is Rabbit Hole. And the character is Jason. So, I don't see any photos anywhere. The one of the article of him was nice. Him at the beach. I used to have a shirt just like that one. The one he's wearing in the picture. I might have been going too fast that day, but I'm not sure, but I might have been. So I thought that's something you should know. It's a 30 zone, and I might have been going 33 or 32, but I'm not sure. And I would usually look down, and if I was going too fast, I would slow down, but I don't remember checking down your block that day. And so the dot came out really quick, and so I swerved, not knowing, obviously. So I thought that's something you should know. I might have been going too fast that day, but I can't be positive either way, though.
All right, thanks, buddy. My name is Daniel Wheatley, number 52, and I'm going to be performing a piece from The Goodbye Girl by Sam Neill, and my character's name is Elliot. Can you just listen to me? Just for a second, okay? Please, very carefully, just for once, because this may be the last time I'm ever going to speak to you, okay? Not everyone in the world is after your magnificent body, Paula, okay? First of all, I don't think it's magnificent. It's okay, but it doesn't, like, keep me up at night, you know? And honestly, I don't even think you're that pretty. Like, maybe if you smile more, but even then, like, I wouldn't want you to do anything against your religion, if you know what I mean. And you know, you're not the only one in this city to get dumped on. Me, personally, I'm a recent dumpee. God, and I'm a dedicated actor. Paula, I'm dedicated to my art, to my craft. I value what I do. And when I say I'm a nice guy, I mean, like, nice, right? Like, decent and fair, you know? I'm a fair, decent, nice person, and I don't want to jump your bones, okay? I don't even want to see you in the morning. But I will tell you one thing, just the one single thing that I do like about you, Paula, is Lucy. Lucy's your best part, honestly. Lucy, to me, makes putting up with you worth it. And so I'm going to give you $14 for the care and feeding of that terrific kid. You get nothing. Zippity-doo-dah, right? If you want my money, you can borrow it from your 10-year-old.
India Edwards, my number is 65, and I'm doing Jennifer from the play Hitchcock Blonde. I lost my shoes. And I had sex on the beach with 6 of the waiters, but too drunk to feel anything, so that doesn't count. I'm sober now. They weren't real blondes, you know. He didn't want a real one. He wanted them all chemically treated. He had them developed. Fucking hate Hitchcock. Fucking wanker. Psycho, classic. Vertigo, classic, I'll give you that. Marnie, interesting, but rapidly turning to offensive shite. And the birds, that's fucking weird. And everything else, patchy or rubbish. And don't argue, Yeah, because there's a very thin line between worshipping Hitchcock and worshipping the 347 from Crew. Frustrated sexual energy, trains, films, and small migrating birds. You're all wankers, the lot of you. You know what? It fascinates me how fucking fascinated a man can be by a man who's equally fucking fascinated by ethereal blondes who aren't even real blondes in the first fucking place. And what sort of obsession is it that breeds the desire to throw, like, seagulls at them? And why they all do delicious whores, and why the most of them end up dead? Shit. Sorry. I can't believe I just said that. Well, there are some things you need to know. 12 years old, I was a bit fat. 13, mildly anorexic. I've been arrested a total of 6 times. Twice for shoplifting, once for soliciting, not guilty. 3 for drunk and disorderly. I have taken ecstasy. I've got some cocaine somewhere, but I lost it. And none of this sort of conduct I intend to repeat. However, it is unlikely that we'll be friends without me stealing something extremely valuable, or throwing up on it, or chucking it out of a window. No further information will be forthcoming, but I just thought that you should know.
My name is Benjamin Letter. My number is 114, and I'm doing a play by John Logan called Red. Do I just hold it in my hand?
You can drop it if you want. Set it down.
You know, not everything has to be so goddamn important all the time. Not every painting has to rip your guts out and expose your soul. Not everyone wants art that actually hurts. Sometimes you just want a fucking still life or landscape or soup can or comic book, which you might learn if you ever actually left your goddamn hermetically sealed submarine with all the windows closed and no natural light. Because natural light isn't good enough for you. But then what is good enough for you? Museums are nothing but mausoleums. Galleries are run by pimps and swindlers. And art collectors are nothing but shallow social climbers. Shallow social climbers. You say you spend your life in search of real human beings. People who can look at your paintings with compassion. But in your heart, you no longer believe those people actually exist. So you lose faith. So you lose hope. So black swallows red.
Hi, my name is Ituna Krupikova. My number is 77. My monologue from the TV serial Shameless, Fiona's Speech.
Number 77.
You don't get to abandon your kids and then show up one day to take your pickles later. Shut up, Frank! This isn't about you. This is about you. This is about what you didn't do. This is about what I did. You know what? I did a fucking great job. Debbie's the class president. She's debating, going to nationals. Lee, he's top of his class. He set the curve. Ian was promoted ROTC and he tested out English. And Carl made something blow up in his science fair. You know what? Say it all. No thanks to you, because you weren't here. He doesn't ever know who you are. And you're my mother, too. You're right. Maybe you're right. You're their mom, and you're here now. So, I'm done. I'm done with the schools, and the bills, and the clinics. I'm done. They're all yours, Mom. Good luck.
All right, thank you very much.
My name is Ina van Hemelrijk, number 53, and I'm doing a piece of Kelly Powell. I dropped her off that night, about 1:45. I should have asked her to come over, or at least ask her if something was wrong.
she seemed normal. Not happy exactly, but like herself. I met her in freshman year in Introduction to Literature. We made each other laugh. She was bitter and cynical, but still really nice. I knew she had a depression, but it was weird. We had fun together, you know? I never really made sense of that. That night, we saw a play and then went to a midnight movie. I was nodding off through the last half of it because I got up early that morning to go running. But I keep wondering if there was something in that play or in that movie, some trigger or some reason, something that could set her off, you know? Something I missed. I keep trying to look for clues, for answers. She survived so much. Why that night?
My name is Jeremy Boyamba. My play is called Unbearable Harness. And my play is Killing Chuck.
What's your number?
My number is 66. 66. 66. I just fucking killed Chuck. I mean, he's laying out there. He's not moving. And I don't think he's breathing. I mean, there I was up on the roof with Marisa, talking, laughing, having a great time. I tell her she reminds me of Sandra Bullock. I tell her I loved her flows. Who knew those would be the magic word? The next thing I know, her clothes are off. And we're losing the roof shingles like there's not tomorrow. And then there was kissing, and biting, and touching. And suddenly someone started beating on me. I mean, pounding on me, and growling. Yeah, growling. And I looked up, and there was Chuck. And I'm like, what is the problem? And he said, the problem is, dude, you fucking my girlfriend. And I'm like, so I looked to Marisa, and I asked, you someone girlfriends? And she said, no. And then it comes out, Chuck just wishes she's his girlfriend. But actually, she's his cousin or something. He just has this wish of guilt about wanting her. Then he started crying. So that ruined the mood. Marisa put her clothes back on. She went back down to the window, back into the party. And I'm left with Chuck. Whining, blueberrying, crying Chuck. And he just sort of fucked up. And maybe he should have thrown himself off the roof. For a split second, I'm thinking, yes, throw yourself off the roof. Just do it. But I don't say that. I say, wow, buddy, we're gonna get you a girl. Maybe not just your cousin, huh? And I give him a friendly pat on the back. I mean, a nice manly slap on the back. He looked heavy. I mean, who knew we'd go flying? Who knew we'd go flying right off the roof? Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Ivan Dubrovsky, number 56. It's the scene from Rabbit Hole. I forgot the author, and the character is Jason Willett. Okay. Yep?
Yep.
Sorry. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Corbett, I wanted to send you my condolences on the death of your son. Danny. I know it's been 8 months since the accident, but I'm sure it's still hard for you to be reminded of that day. I think about what happened a lot, and I'm sure you do too. I've been having some troubles at university and at home, and a couple of people here think that it might be a good idea to write to you. I'm sorry if this letter upsets you. That's obviously not my intention. Even though I never knew Danny, I did read that article in a town paper, and I was happy to learn a little bit about him. He sounds like he was a great kid. I'm sure you miss him a lot, as you said in the article. I especially like the part where Mr. Corbett said about Danny's robots, because when I was his age, I was a big fan of robots too. In fact, I still am, in some ways. I've enclosed a short story that gonna be printed in my University Elite magazine. I don't know if you like science fiction or not, but I've enclosed it anyway. I was hoping to dedicate the story to Dennis' memory. There are no robots in this one, but I think it's kind of a story that he would like if he were my age. Would it bother you if I dedicated the story? If so, please let me know. Printer deadline for magazine is March 31st. If you'll tell me before then, I can have them take it off. I'm sure that it's probably doesn't change things any better, but I wanted you to know how terrible I feel about Daddy. And I'm sure that no matter how hard that has been on me, I can never understand the depth of your loss. My mom has only told me that about 100 times. And of course I wanted to say how sorry I am that the things had happened the way they did, and I wish I had driven down a different block that day. And I'm sure you do too. Anyhow, that's it for now. If you want to tell me about the dedication, please email me at the address above. If I won't hear from you, then I assume it's okay. Sincerely, Jason Willett.
My name is Pedro Lewis, MFA 18, acting for film. My number is 132. The piece that I'm going to be doing is from August Wilson's 7 Guitars. I'm the character Floyd. I had 7 ways to go. They cut it down to 6. I said, that's all right, let me try one of them 6. They cut it down to 5. Every time I push, they pull. They cut it down to 4. I said, what's the matter? Everything can't go wrong all the time. They cut it down to 3. I said, well, 3 is better than 2. I only need but 1. They cut it down to 2. You see, I'm going to Chicago. If I got to buy me a graveyard and kill everybody I see, I'm going to Chicago. I don't want to live my life without. Everybody I know live without. I don't want to do that. I want to live with. So I don't know what y'all think of yourselves, but I think I'm supposed to have. Have something. Have anything, whatever it is. My mama lived and died and she ain't had nothing. If it ain't nothing but a peace of mind, let me have that. Mama ain't had 2 dimes to rub together, ain't had but 1 stick. She got to do without the fire. Some sort of warmth in her life. I don't want to live in a cold house. It's a cold world out there. I just want some shelter from it. That's all I want. But Floyd Barton is going to make his hit record. Floyd Barton is going to Chicago.
I'm Juliana James, number 94. I'll be doing a monologue from the movie When a Man Loves a Woman. I have no other character information.
Good, yeah, just set the paper down and begin when you're ready.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm an alcoholic. I've been sober for 184 days. I had my first drink when I was 9 years old. My father was an alcoholic, so I followed suit. My mother would always say that my behavior was a result of his bad example. You know, that way she could hurt 2 people at the same time. Anyway, I liked my beer and everything that followed. It made me feel great for a while. And then after that, I felt humiliated almost every day. I can't imagine how lucky I am, because I remember driving my little girls around completely ripped out of my mind. And this one weekend when my younger daughter was with me, I went out on errands, and when I got back home, I realized she wasn't with me. And because I couldn't remember where I'd been, I didn't know where to start looking. So I spent the next few hours calling every single store I'd been to until finally the tile guy rang my doorbell. Of course, I rewarded him by never going back into his store. My bottom would be 184 days ago when my little girl saw me chase an aspirin with vodka. And I hit her. I hit her so hard, and I passed out. She was so little. She thought I was dead. And in all my life, I will never know what that did to her. But I have to forgive myself, you know. Forgive myself for what I did to my daughter and for what I did to my husband. It's horrifying how low you can feel when you're sad and upset. And when he couldn't help me out of it, I lashed out on him. And the more I poured out on him, the more I had to feel. And every time he tried to help me, I would say he'd make me feel small and worthless. No one does that to you. We do that to ourselves. I guess I was afraid that if he really saw the true me, he wouldn't really love me. We're separated now. He's moved on, he has a new life, and I will never know if I get another chance. But in my heart, I have to believe, I have to believe that I deserve one. We all do. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pedro Winter, number 69. I'm going to present a monologue from Good Will Hunting, my own version of it. And yes. So if I asked you about art, you could give me the skinny on every art book ever written. Michelangelo? You know a lot about him, I bet. Life's work, criticisms, political aspirations. But you couldn't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel. You've never stood there and looked up at that beautiful ceiling. And if I asked you about women, I am sure you could give me a syllabus on your personal favorites. And maybe you've been late a few times too. But you couldn't tell me how it feels to wake up next to a woman and be truly happy. If I asked you about war, you could refer me to a bevy of fictional and non-fictional material. But you've never been in one. You've never held your best friend's hand in your lap and just watched him draw his last breath. And if I asked you about love, I'd get a sonnet. But you've never looked at a woman and been truly, truly vulnerable. Knowing that someone could kill you with just a look. That God had put an angel on earth just for you. And you wouldn't know how it felt to be her angel. To have the love be there for her forever. Through anything. Through cancer. And you wouldn't know about sitting up in a hospital room for 2 fucking months, holding her hand, because the doctors could see in your eyes that the term visiting hours didn't apply to you. And you wouldn't know about real loss. Why? Because that only occurs when you lose something you love more than yourself. And you'll never dare to love anything that much! I look at you, and I don't see an intelligent, confident man. I don't see a peer. And I don't see my equal.
Hi, I'm Coco de Broica. My NYFA email is coco.broica@nyfa.edu, and my number is 68. And I'll be doing Amanda from Food Chain by Nikki Silva.
Great, yeah. You can put that down and begin whenever you're ready.
Thank you. The waiter comes over to me and asks me if I was alone. Well, it was obvious that I was alone. Did he think I had an imaginary friend with me? It was his tone. He said, "Are you alone?" But what he meant was, "You're alone, aren't you?" And I can't imagine that he's not alone every single day of his miserable, pathetic life. He had terrible skin. That's not attractive. Not the way that bad skin can be attractive on some people. On some men. It's never quite attractive on women. If we have bad skin, we're grotesque. Let a man have bad skin and he can be Richard Burton. For Christ's sake. I hate being a woman. Anyway, the point is, this waiter had terrible skin, greasy hair, and he insults me with his tone of voice and asked me if I was alone. I wanted to pull his head off. But I simply responded, "No, thank you. I'm married, motherfucker." I realize now that my answer was inappropriate. But at the time, it was all I could think of to say.
All right, thank you very much.
Anastasia Doroshenko, number 78. I'm doing a monologue from the play Reasons to be Pretty, and my character's name is Stephanie.
Good, and you could just set that down on the floor if you want.
No, that's not true. Don't speak for me. You always want to say shit for me, vouch for me, or send shit that we should both have our names on. But I'm not gonna have it anymore. You are not me, so you don't know. Listen to me very carefully, okay? Because I'm only going to say this the one time. Fuck off! That's what I want you to do, Greg. Get the fuck out of my life. Leave me alone. Let me start over in a serious fashion. Maybe in a relationship or I don't know. But if it's in something like that, wait, please, please be with someone who can keep from being an asshole and thinking they know everything. Because you don't. You don't know a goddamn thing to do with me is what I've discovered in my 4 years with you. 4 years? They're no gone. So totally lost that it makes me cry when I see any little bit from our time together. A keyring or your name laid up on my phone or fuck. Shit.
Good.
So my name is Adrian Quinones. My number is 54. I'm doing a piece from the crowd you're in with. I'll be Dan. You're at the 1974 Before the Flood tour. Oh my god. It's fucking awesome. You know, I really admire him. I've always had. You know, I remember I worked at this record studio in Ann Arbor when I was in college. And the guy who owned the store, he made a CD, and while it was playing, Positively 4th Street came up. And it's an obvious song to love, but I loved it, you know? And while I was there just jamming, just really feeling the music, and I don't know if there was something on my face or anything, but he looked at me and says, you really get this, don't you? Oh, wow. I just nodded. Not to ruin the moment or anything. But there's certain things that you feel a connection to, like on a visceral level. I don't know how to explain it, but it's something like that. You know, the meaning of betrayal that the song conveys, it really speaks to me. I didn't have that many people on my side. My family. My dad. You know, he thinks if I'm gonna be a music journalist, I have to be like Woodward and Bernstein. You know. I keep on telling him about these independent bands that are being self-produced, and I'm promoting them, and they're just making really fucking awesome music, you know? And when he listens to them, he just says, "Oh, I just hear noise," you know? It pisses me off. The other day, he was here, and we took him out to the restaurant, and he was being so fucking pissy about the baby. He said, "You know, you're not gonna be as free as you were before. You're not gonna go to live music anymore." And I just said, "Really? You honestly think that I'm gonna ruin my life like you did yours? You know?" And people at the restaurant, they recognize my face from the papers from the other day. And he says, "Oh, just because I'm not this big name, just because I'm not this big guy." And I said to him, "You know what, Dad? Go fuck yourself." Whatever. He doesn't get to treat me like I'm 12 anymore.
My name is Ronaldo Madeira. I'm number 104, and this is Sam from Birdman. And this is from Alfonso Cuarón. Means something to who? You had a career before the third comic movie. Before people began to forget what's inside the beer costume. You're doing a play based on a book that was written 60 years ago for those rich old white people who only real concern is when you don't have cake and coffee when it's over. Nobody gives a shit but you. And let's face it, that you're not doing this because of the sake of art. You're doing this because you want to feel relevant again. Well, guess what? There's a whole world out there that fights to be relevant every single day. And you act like it doesn't even exist. Things are happening in a place that you willfully ignore. A place, by the way, has already forgotten you. I mean, who are you? You hate bloggers, you make fun of Twitter, you don't even have a Facebook page. You are the one who doesn't exist. You're just scared. Scared to death like the rest of us, that you don't matter. You know what? You're right. You don't. It's not important. You're not important. Get used to it.
All right, thank you so much.
My name is Jen Ye. I'm doing the ruling class. Character is Jack.
And your number?
My number is 139. Deformed, unfinished, sent before my time into this breeding world. I'm cured of fantasy obsessions, paranoid delusions. I master word. I, straighten up there, am, close up with I, you horrible little word. God. I am God. Not the God of love, but God Almighty. I massacred, I gagged to pieces. I blasted the barren fig tree when the vengeance is in my heart. You lunar jackass, she betrayed you. Guilty, guilty, guilty. The penalty is death. I've finally been processed. They made me adjust to the modern time. This is 1888, isn't it? I'm Jack. Cunning Jack. Quiet Jack. Jack whose swords never sleep. Heads off, I'm Jack. Not a good shifter. Not a prince of peace. I'm Jack from hell.
Annie, Alice, Elizabeth, Catherine, Mary, Mary Callie, 6 little whores, glad to be alive. 1 cider up to Jack, and then there are 5. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yunya Dinu. I am number 70, and today I will be doing a monologue from the play Chat Room by Enda Walsh. As little babies, you can't really do anything wrong, can you? All you do is eat, shit, laugh, cry, sleep, don't sleep, but you're loved. And I suppose you're loved because your parents have this blank page, don't they? Where all their hopes and dreams can be projected onto this beautiful little blob. But then suddenly, the blob's a little too hungry, it's a little too loud, and it's a little less beautiful. And then it's a toddler, and its character's forming, and it's only right to be a bit more critical now that it's a toddler. By 15, you realize that the individual means shit, and that the average teenager is seen as this embarrassment of a joke. We're all summed up and put into this little box marked the awkward years. Just like that. From 15 onwards, you live the rest of your life going through these different phases. You'll be summed up and put into little boxes until they stick you in your final box and shove you in the ground. Guaranteed. But only a few teenagers take a stand. Only a few brave souls make a statement. Teenagers like you will. Thank you.
My name is Chloe Breen, and I'll be doing a monologue from Dogface by Kelly Powell.
And you can set that down if you want to use it.
Okay. Don't you dare walk away from me. And don't tell me that you're sorry. And don't tell me to forget it, and don't you dare tell me to let it go. God knows I'd like to. I want to, but I can't. I can't forget that we had something, and you're walking away. You're walking away. Don't you see, Mark? You're walking away from something that I have searched for my whole life. And why? 'Cause you're scared? Well, I'm scared too. But you and I, we have something worth fighting for. Can you honestly stand here and tell me that I mean nothing to you? That everything that happened that night was a lie? That I mean nothing? Well, I feel sorry for you, Mark. Because I'll move on. I'll find someone else. I'll be all right. Because I will know that I tried, that I did everything I could. But one day, you will wake up and you will realize what you threw away. And you will always regret it. Always. I'm Darcy O'Toole, and I will be doing Spencer's monologue from Pretty Little Liars.
I knew who I was when they found me. I knew my family and friends would be worried. I just wanted to fold up and stop. and I didn't want to think anymore. Yeah, well, I was in Spencer Hastings for almost an entire day, and no one else showed up to take the job, so guess I'm stuck with it. You don't have to rub it in. I'm sorry. This can't be very entertaining. There are people here with real problems. Yeah. Just like me. I fell down in the woods when I was running. I fell down and I looked at the ground and I saw my hand and my sleeve and the little button at the end of my sleeve and some dirt. And I thought to myself, okay, if this is the last thing that you ever see, I can handle that. I'm done. I've had enough. But that wasn't the last thing that I saw. I just kept going. How do you keep going when the worst thing has happened? What do you have to change inside to survive? Who do you have to become? I'm sorry. I don't expect you to understand. You don't know me. I'm sorry, but that's true. You don't know who I am anymore, and you can't count on me.
Hi, my name's Natasha Lewis. I'll be doing a piece from The Arcade Promise by David Mercer. I came to live with you because I loved you. I stayed with you because I loved you. I endured you because I couldn't imagine life without you. I feel battered, ignored, belittled. I didn't care for you because you're a famous actor. Remember talking about that party where we met? When you came over and talked to me, I thought I had never seen a man so haunted, so defensive and uptight. I never thought you'd find me attractive. I never thought you'd see me again, and when you asked me to, I said yes, for you, not because I was flattered or impressed or anything like that. I almost didn't dare to think that you'd have any serious interest in me. But you did. Girls at school used to laugh at me because I said I wouldn't go to bed with somebody until it was somebody I loved. Very old-fashioned or whatever. At my school, you were considered freaky if you were still a virgin after 16. And because of you, I was glad. I was happy I hadn't been with anybody else. I've been happy with you. But too sad as well. Too humiliated. Too hurt. I never thought it mattered at all you're being so much older. Now I can see it does. Not the years, not the difference in experience, it's that you'll go on being exactly the same. And I'm changing.
William Collins. I'll be doing a piece from Dark Places by Joseph Honore. We're all mad, crazy, nuts,
psycho. It's true. Walk down the street and look into the eyes of the man or woman you walk past by. It's hidden. It's hidden! I forget who said that we're all living lives of quiet desperation. I believe we are. The smiles, the charms, it's all bullshit! All smokescreen! We all suffer within, don't we? Sometimes I'll look into the mirror and wait for the madness to creep from my eyes. But all it ever does is reach the surface and smile gently at me with a wise gleam. Yeah, I'm crazy. I love that I'm crazy, but I also hate who I am. I wouldn't expect you to understand that. They say genius and madness have a thin line between them. I walk that fence every day, and lately it's been getting harder to stay balanced. Look where I am. Chemical imbalance, sure. Life experience, sure. Being an artist, sure. It all ends up with a pair of scissors embedded in someone's neck, doesn't it? You can ridicule me some more, my friend. You can pity me. You can lead me to inspiring advice, but the truth is, there is nothing you can do or say that can haunt me more than my own soul. So do what you have to do. Say what you have to say. It means nothing, my friend. Nothing! I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting. I'm happy to entertain you, my friend. I look forward to your next word. You can speak now. Say something!
Hi, my... Oh. Is it good?
You're good.
Back in, I'm sorry.
Hi, my name is Vicky Moran, and I'm going to be doing a monologue from the play My William Shatner Man Crush, written by D.M. Larson. Well, I've always had a thing for nerds. All kinds. Geeky, weirdo, freak, techie, trekkie, or dork, you name it. I'm a bit of a nerd myself. Girl nerds are rare, but we do exist. I hung out with nerdlings as a kid and we used to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I loved being the dungeon master, holding their fate in my hands. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. Just the fact that you're female and you like something nerdy makes you attractive to them. Other guys could care less about me. But to nerds, I'm hot. And the more I hung out with boy nerds, the more I realized the power girls have over them. There's nothing they want more than first contact with a female of their own species. But with great power comes great responsibility, and I try not to take advantage much. And the best thing about nerds is they give you their full attention. Pretty boys are too worried about their looks, and it's always a fight for the mirror. Nerds are the kindest kind of guys, and they have the best hearts. If you can get past their overdrawn comic book heroines and overly aggressive sci-fi babes, they really care about you and who you are. You get a nerdy guy's full attention and the rest of his world slips away because you are his entire universe. Because no Death Star, TARDIS, or warp drive is more exciting than a girl who gives him the time of day. That's why I like these guys. They make me feel special and important and not alone anymore.
Be doing a monologue from Absent Friends by Alan Eichborn. It's a funny thing. about someone dying. You never know how it's going to affect you until it actually happens. I mean, we all think about death at some point, I suppose, right? Our death. Somebody else's death. When I first met Carol, a thought passed through my mind. What if I did lose her? I couldn't imagine. I couldn't think. I couldn't imagine my life going on without her. And then it happened. All of a sudden, one afternoon, all over. She was caught in this undercurrent. There was nothing anyone can do. I mean, I wasn't even around. They had to come and tell me. And for 3 weeks, I couldn't do anything. At all. Nothing. I just lay around thinking and remembering. But then it came to me. If I had died right then and there, then by God, I'd have a lot to be grateful for. I mean, let's face it, right? I was lucky enough to even have known her. I don't know if you guys have ever met a perfect person. But that's what she was. A perfect person. And me, had the love of a perfect person. And that's something that I can always be grateful for. And then I thought, what the hell am I talking about? You know, my whole life has been like that. Childhood, growing up, all the time I spend with you guys. I've had what a lot of people would give their right arm for. Friends. Real friends. Right? Like all of you guys. So I want you to know that I'm not bitter about what happened. Just because I've been denied my own happiness, I don't envy or begrudge you yours. I need you to know that. Despite everything, in a funny kind of way, I too am very happy. Thank you.
Doing a monologue from Dog Sees God by Burt
Can you do that
Royal.
again? I wasn't recording. Okay.
My name is Zach Morris, and I'll be performing a monologue from Dog Sees God by Burt Royal, and my number is 120. According to my doctor, you did dislocate it. Last spring. In shop class, you twisted my arm behind my back and wouldn't let go unless I said, and I quote, "I like to get it up the ass." Well, at least I know it's all in good fun, right? Any way I can contribute to the fun of the group, right? Fuck you, CB. I'd rather hear you say we beat the holy shit out of you because we can't stand you than to hear you're just messing around. You know, because that implies light teasing or slightly opprobrious behavior. You know, I haven't been in that cafeteria in 2.5 years for fear of walking home with some part of it smeared across my chest. I have not been in a bathroom on campus since the time my head got slammed into a wall. I believe you were there. And the faculty, oh, the faculty, they don't give a shit. You know what I'm so sick of hearing, CB? They only pick on you because of their own insecurities. The classic guidance counselor line. Oh, really, geez, Miss Johnson, since you put it that way, my head doesn't hurt so much anymore. You know what really kills me? What really gets me is that people like you wonder why people like me bring guns to school and shoot you fuckers down. Maybe you're not the bully anymore, CB, but you stand idly by.
This is Michael Murasano. I'm working on a piece called Unbearable Hotness by Gabriel Davis. This is good, yeah?
Good.
I just fucking killed Chuck. I mean, he's not moving, he's not breathing. Okay, so this is what happened. I was on the roof with Marissa, right? And we're just talking, laughing, having a great time. I tell her she reminds me of Sandra Bullock. I tell her I loved Hope Floats. Who knew those would be the magic words? Next thing you know, we're loosening roof shingles on the... We're loosening shingles on the roof like there's no tomorrow. And there's biting and kissing and touching and then I feel this beating. Just like beating on my back, growling, just ugh. I look up and it's Chuck. I'm like, what's the problem, Chuck? He goes, the problem is, dude, you're fucking my girlfriend. So I look at Marissa and I'm like, you're someone's girlfriend? She says, no. Turns out, Chuck just wishes he was his girlfriend, but he's actually like the cousin or something, so he has these like real feelings of guilt about wanting her. And then this guy starts crying. I mean, like bawling his eyes out, going on about how he's a total fuck up and he should just throw himself off the roof right now. And I'm like, yes, do that. But I don't say that. I tell him, Chuck, it's okay, man. You're gonna find a girl, just not your cousin, huh? And then I give him a tap, a good friendly pat on the back, and the guy looks heavy, but who knew he'd go falling off the roof like that?
Hi, my name is Sipesihle Vilagazi, and I will be playing a piece from Four Colored Girls. Yasmin, yes.
That's good. Yeah, you put that down.
Okay.
I don't drink. A rapist doesn't have to be a stranger to be legitimate. Someone you never saw. But if you've been in public with him, danced one dance, kissed him goodbye, lightly, with closed mouth. Pressing charges will be as hard trying to keep your legs closed while 5 fools try to run a train on you. These men, friends of ours, smile nice, stay employed and take us out to dinner. Lock the door behind you and you're left with the scars. We are being betrayed by men who know us. And to think that the stranger we always thought was coming, that we would submit. Must have known women relinquish all personal rights in the presence of a man who apparently could be considered a rapist, especially if they've been considered a friend.
Okay, my name is Anatoly. I'm gonna perform alphabetic aerobics. That's good. Okay. Artificial amateurs aren't at all amazing. Analytically, I solved animate things. Broken barriers, bounded by the bomb bit. Buildings are broken. Basically, I'm bombarding. Casually, create catastrophes, casualties, canceling cats cause their canopies collapsing. Detonate a dime of dank daily doing dot. Demonstrations, done data on the down low. Eating other editors with each and every energetic, epileptic episode, elevated etiquette. Furious, fat, fabulous, fantastic. Flurries of phonic felt feeding the fanatics. Gift got great, global goods got glorious. Getting godly in his game with the goriest. Hit him high, hella high, historic all hate. Holocaust hints, hear him holler at your homeboy. Imitators idolize, I intimidate. In an instant, I will rise in an irate state. Juiced on my gems like Jerry curls, jockey joints, just leads, just me. Writing my journals, kindly I'm kindling. All kinds of Ian Khan. Karate kick type, Brits in my kingdom. Let me live a long life. Lyrically, lessons is, learn lame louses, just lose to my livery. My mind makes marvelous moves masses. Marvel and move many, mock what I've mastered. Net knowing I'm nice naturally, knack never lack, make noise nationally. Operation, opposition, off not optional. Out of sight, out of mind, wide beaming obstacle. Perfected poems, powerful punchlines, pummeling petty powder puffs in my prime. Quite quaint, quotes keep quiet, it's quantum. Quirrels ain't got a quarter what we've gotta. Really raw raps, rising up rapidly, riding the rushing radioactivity. Super scientific sound surge sought, silencing superfire saps that are soft. Tales 10 times talented, too tough. Take that, challengers, get it tuned up. Universal, unique, untouched, unadulterated, the raw uncut. Verb vice lord, victorious, valid, violate vibes that are vain make him vanish. Why in the world would a wise wordsmith just weaving up words with it up on my workshop? Xerox, my X radiation holds extra large X-hide letters and xylophone tones. Yellowback, yuckmouth, young ones yaws. Yesterday's lone years sell our yawns. Zigzag zombies, zooming to the zenith. Zeroing, zen thoughts, overzealous rhyme zealots.
Hi, my name is Claudia Flaherty. I'll be doing a monologue from Innocent Flesh by Kenyatta Lethbridge. May I set this? So I was in Greyhound Station, right? No food, no clothes, nothing. I hadn't eaten since I left the house. Then I see this girl. She's real pretty, man. You know, she kind of looks like me. She comes up to me and tells me that there's a man outside, and he wants to see me. I go out there and I see him, and his car, it is red like fire, man. And his music, it's bumping loud. His seats, they smell so good. He smells so good. And his wallet, it is fat with money, man. Okay, I had never seen a pimp before unless it was on TV. He tells me he's gonna take me to a strip club. A strip club! It's 2 PM and we're going to a strip club? We get there, I walk inside, and there are men everywhere. And they're looking at me like I'm a woman. So I get on that stage and I'm moving and I'm dancing and they're throwing dollar bills, man. Later he tells me he's gonna take me to this nice big house on a hill. We get there and we drink a little bit, we smoke a little bit. Then he takes me up to his room and, you know, he introduces me to 2 of his buddies. And then he leaves and locks the door behind him.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Marisol Limena, and I'll do a monologue from Wild by Crystal Skillman. Be a fucking adult. That's what I wanted to scream at them. Fucking kids in the club. Because this 25-year-old knows how to act in this fucking cruel world. And if you don't like who you are, who you really are, this world gonna eat you alive. I should go home. I shouldn't be here. I will go home. Hey, I'm going home. I'm going home. Really? Really takes that long to fucking piss and you cannot talk while you do it? Well, that's insane. I talk when I shit all the time. Sometimes I find myself talking to myself or other people in the stall, depending on how much I take. I fucking hate ecstasy. Is that all you had? So 90s, whatever that was. My parents, they used to make me take extra classes while at Joffrey's because how could they really make it? How could they really make it? Dancing, right? No one dances forever. At one point your body gives out. So you better have something else to do afterwards. Thank you.
Jack McKeever. I'm working on a play by Gabriel Davis called Unbearable Hotness. Do I just put that
down, bro?
Dude, I think I just fucking killed Chuck. I mean, he's out there, he's not moving, I don't think he's breathing. I was just up on the roof with Marissa and we were talking, laughing, having a great time, and I tell her, you know, you look a lot like Sandra Bullock. I love Hope Floats. I didn't know those were going to be the magic words, because next thing I know, her clothes are coming off and we're loosening roof shingles like there's no tomorrow. And there's kissing and biting and touching, and then all of a sudden I feel someone just pounding me, just beating and growling. Yeah, growling. And I look up, it's fucking Chuck. And I'm like, what are you doing? What's your problem? And he says, the problem is, dude, you're fucking my girlfriend. I was like, what? And I turned to Marissa, I'm like, you're someone's girlfriend? And she says, no. And then it turns out that Chuck just wishes she was his girlfriend, but actually he's like her cousin or some shit like that. And Chuck feels real guilty about liking her, so he starts to cry, and I'll tell you something. That's a real mood killer, because Marissa, she just put her clothes back on and went back down to the party, and I was left up on the roof with Chuck, crying, sobbing, old Chuck. And he tells me, I think I'm a fuck up, and maybe I should just throw myself off the roof. And I'll admit it, for a split second I thought, yeah, throw yourself off the roof, fucking do it. But I didn't say that. I told him, I was like, listen, Chuck, you'll find a girl, just let's make sure it's not your cousin. And I gave him a pat on the back, like a real manly slap, and you know, Chuck's a heavy dude. I thought he could take it, but he went flying. I mean, who knew he was gonna go flying right off the roof?
Hello, my name is Matthew Fitzgerald, and I will be performing a monologue from the play Laughing Wild, written by Christopher Durang. The other night, I dreamt that my father was inside a baked potato. Isn't that strange? I started to see him there, and I was starting to get afraid that other people would see where he was and how small he was. So I kept trying to close the potato. But I guess it was too hot because he'd start to cry every time I'd shut the baked potato. So then I didn't know what to do. I thought about sending the whole plate back to the kitchen, telling the cook, there's a person in my baked potato. But then I felt such guilt at deserting my father, I just sat there at the table and cried. He cried too. And then the waiter brought out dessert, which was devil's food cake with mocha icing. And I ate that. And then I woke up, very hungry. I told my therapist about the dream, and he said that the baked potato represented either the womb or where I tried to put my father during the Oedipal conflict. What Oedipal conflict, I always say to him. I won hands down. And then he said that my father cried because he was unhappy. And I dreamt about the cake because I was hungry. I think my therapist is an idiot. Maybe I should just have some gurus. Or find a nutritionist. But what I'm doing now isn't working. Thank you.
My name's Brianna Dickens, and I will be portraying Carol from the play Diverting Devotion. You know what? Don't do that. Okay, if do one thing at a time, will ya? If you're gonna break my heart, spare me the forecast on my future. You break up this thing that we have. Without warning, you take this wonderful thing and just tear it down. And I'm supposed to what? Just brush it off? Oh, gee, we gave it a shot. Oh well. I was in your life. You were in my life. We spend every waking moment together, doing things, talking about things, emotionally wrapped up in each other's lives. And you're just gonna upend everything over a conclusion you came to by yourself. You're gonna just end 10 months with a conversation that kicks me to the curb? Shovel off now. Bye-bye. Sorry you couldn't make me fucking happy. Don't do this. Don't be this way. Tell me this is a joke. Tell me you're not part of the shitty parts in life. No, tell me you're part of the good things, like I thought you were. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me this isn't going this way.
Hi, my name's Lincoln Fu. I'm doing the monologue from Miss Fizz, written by Howard Overman. You think this is how you are supposed to be? It's not. We're young. We're supposed to drink too much. We're supposed to have bad attitude and fuck each other's brains out. We are designed to party. This is it. So yeah, a few of us will overdose or go crazy, but Charles Darwin said you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs. And that's what this is all about. Breaking eggs. If you could just see ourselves, it breaks my heart. We had it all. We fucked up bigger and better than any generation that came before us. We were so beautiful. We are screw-ups. I am a screw-up. And I plan to be a screw-up until my late 20s. Maybe even my early 30s. And I will kill my own mother before I let her or anyone else take that away from me. Thank you.
So my name is Jonas Hansen, and I wrote my NYFA email wrong, so it's this one, Sven Hansen, 1992. Yeah. I'm gonna do a piece from.
Excuse me, what number are you?
What do you mean, what number?
143. 143? I mean, like, he doesn't have a number, so just go for the next number.
Oh, they forgot to give me a number.
Yeah. Okay, 143.
Yeah, I'm doing a scene from Rated X with Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. It's from the 2000s. Yeah, I'm playing Charlie Sheen's character. Is it okay if I use a phone? Because he does that in the scene. Cool. Oh yeah, you motherfucker. I'm gonna call you, you son of a bitch, okay? Where the fuck are you? Oh yeah, where the fuck are you? There you are. Now, pick up the fucking phone, okay? You pick up the fucking phone, pick up the fucking phone, pick up the fucking phone, pick up the fucking phone! Oh, you pick up the phone? So, you wanna split the business? Sure, we can split the fucking business, but instead of that, how about you take my old boot up the ass, and I'll take the old Ferrari? I hate his fucking guts so much. He's a fucking little stuck-up whore. Mother, we need to talk about my fucking brother, okay? He's smoking 3 packs a day, Mother! How come I go out and drink 1 fucking beer and everybody's on my case? Like I'm the villain. How come everybody loves my brother, Mother? How come everybody thinks he's so fucking tooty-tooshy perfect? He's not perfect. He's a fucking lawyer, okay? That means he fucks people over for fucking cash. So, you know what I would like to do to him? I would like to take my gun, shove it between his fucking eyes. I want to kill him. I want to fucking kill him. I hate my brother. Because he's a fucking idiot. And I'm just fucking drunk.
So my name is Natalia Baruch, and I'm working on the monologue which is made by John Arner, and this is the monologue Undivided Attention.
Or is that sunshine?
Yeah. This is because you did wrong. I tried to tell you that if you stick a knife in my side, I will use it against you. I mean, come on. Did you really thought what you were doing for the past year gonna get you anywhere? You make no sense. You know? This is what I do. Day in and day out, morning, noon and night. Relentless. And I'm absolutely ruthless. When I first met you, you were like a tiny fly buzzing around, irritating me, trying to get my attention. Guess what? Now you have my undivided attention. Now I can take my eyes off you, not until you're completely wiped out. Look at yourself. You're stupid. Pathetic. It makes me want to vomit on myself. Don't you have any other things to do than wasting your precious hours being sneaky and trying to rip good people off? Look, Whoopiehead, the time has come that you will start wishing you never picked a fight with me. That you never picked a fight with an anomaly. And I'm coming for you. Thank you.
Rebecca Tarbacchio. And the name of the monologue is The Unexpected Meeting.
Mr. Rodal, it's a pleasure to finally see you. I apologize for this unannounced visitation, but you are exactly the man that I'm looking for. You are not very easy to find, but you're here now. So, the reason to why we're here. Remember this woman? She was my sister. And this man took her away from me. And you know this man. So, you and I are going to make a deal. So I need you to listen very carefully because this is very, very important. You are going to bring me this man, and I will not harm you. But if you don't, I will make sure you will never see your daughter again. There is a phone in your car. Call the number. And don't make your daughter pay for your mistake.
Hong Chen. The piece I'm working on is IQ Truck. IQ Truck, I think. I mean, he's been laying there for like hours. He hasn't moved a muscle, and I don't think he's breathing either. So I was with Marissa up on the roof, having a great time, talking, laughing, and so I tell her that she reminds me of Nicole Kidman, and I tell her I love Eyes Wide Shut. Who knew this would be the magic words? Next thing you know, she's taking off her clothes, and we started kissing and making out and touching, fighting. And all of a sudden, there's a guy, just like start beating on me, and like he's like pounding at me and growling. Rah! I was like, what the fuck? So I look up, and there's Chuck. So I asked him, what's the problem, dude? And he tell me, dude, the problem is you're fucking my girlfriend. So I turned to Marissa, I was like, you're someone's girlfriend? And she said, oh. So it turned out that Chuck wishes that Marissa is his girlfriend, but Marissa is actually his cousin or something like that. So Chuck began to feel like really guilty about it, and and then the next thing you know, he's fucking crying. So that killed the move. So Marissa put her clothes back on and just climbed back down the stairs to the window, back to the party. And just me and Chuck left on the roof. Whiny, crying Chuck. So he starts like, he should probably like just throw himself off the roof. For a second I was like, yes, please do that. But I don't say that. I tell him, yeah, you'll find a girlfriend, buddy, but maybe just not your cousin. So I gave him a friendly pat on the back and, just a tiny pat. And he looked really heavy. So, but who knew? The next thing you know, he went flying, like flying off the roof.
Edgar Azizov.
Sorry about that, guys.
The Boer by Chekhov.
You put it
I
in
don't
your
have
paper
Chekhov.
one more time.
Step. Put that down.
Can I use the chair?
Yep.
I don't understand how to behave in a company of ladies. Madam, in the course of my life, I have seen more women than you have seen sparrows. Even those itches were because of one woman. Whatever. So, I have loved passionately, loved to madness. I have swept to the moon, but right now, I wouldn't pay a carpet for that. For those hypocrisy for these women. But how you can see, how you all know, there's a lot of men here. Well, maybe there are some, but have you ever met a woman in your life that would be a truly respectful and a have you ever met a woman that is not touched by anyone and are real open to you? So didn't I. So enough, I'd say. For me, that's it. For comedy.